Today, we're talking about acromioclavicular joint rehab, or ACJ for short. Pain around this area can be due to overuse, arthritis, or an injury, and rehab can be a game changer when it comes to healing and strengthening your shoulder. Now, before we dive into specific exercises and stretches, let's talk about the importance of consulting with a physio or healthcare professional. This is especially important if you've had an injury because there are different grades. So it depends on the severity of this as to where you'll start with rehab, and if it's really bad, it may require surgery. However, the vast majority don't need that and can be built back up with rehab. But make sure to get it checked if you're unsure. There is also a few exercises you're going to want to avoid, which we'll go through later in the video. But we'll start with the rehab exercises to incorporate. Exercise number 1. For this, is working to get the shoulder blades together, working on that scapular retraction. If at a severe stage, just do this with no weight. As you build up, you can add weight in. When using weight, this is easiest with a cable, pulling apart and you squeeze your shoulder blades together. Don't do it where you're just pulling on the cable and missing the main point of the exercises. If you don't have access to cables, you can use bands, which is less ideal due to resistance being completely depending on where you hold, and that can change daily. But just try to make sure you're holding in a similar spot each time. If you don't have any bands, you can try it with dumbbells laying on your front and pulling up to still get that squeeze. Exercise number 2. It can be really common to get tight pecs following ACJ issues, especially if it was really severe that it required a sling. This can affect the position of the joint, so a great stretch to add in would be a doorway stretch, with your forearm up against the door frame and your elbow at 90 degrees. Then stepping through to encourage external rotation of the shoulder and giving a really good pec minor stretch. Make sure only going to a comfortable position and gradually working on improving that. Exercise number 3. Further working on scapular retractions is adding in a row. Again, not just pulling this and letting the shoulders rotate forward, but keeping good thoracic extension and the humerus down in a straight line, focusing on squeezing shoulder blades but not following through too much with the elbow and causing an angle on the humerus, which could be irritating to the ACJ. Exercise number 4, it's important to keep working on the rotator cuff strength as well. And one of the best is external rotation. The nicest position for this for the ACJ will be with the arm by the side. Using cables would be ideal for this, but like with exercise 1, you can adjust if needing to use a band, or you can also do it with dumbbells. Exercise number 5. For this exercise, you want to be side facing and using a resistance to pull down. You want to adjust the starting position so you're not too high, as that may be aggravating on the ACJ. And you want to pull down to your side. You will need a cable or a band for this one. We had mentioned previously about what to avoid. And initially, what people can find very provoking is pushing exercises. Other things like horizontal adduction and putting the hand behind the back. Now, these are exercises you'll want to start introducing very, very gradually, but more in the later stages of rehab. For the initial stages, generally make sure that you're just not irritating doing a lot of these movements. For pushing, when you do get into it, it'll be about starting in a reduced range, so not going to that end of range motion. Remember, with all of these to start with light weights and gradually increase as you get stronger. And don't forget to listen to your body and stop if you experience any pain. So, there you have it, a few exercises and stretches to get you started on your ACJ rehab journey. For further guidance on how to structure rep ranges and when to progress, watch this video here. And with the right plan and dedication, you'll be well on your way to a strong, healthy shoulder. Thanks for watching.